So in order to join these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my second piece along that first piece. I'm just laying it where that first piece is coming out. I'm going to lay the second piece and I'm going to twist it in, and I'm going to keep the way that I've been doing, just with two pieces. One of the things that you want to do, which I don't hear people explain a lot when they're doing cordage, is you want to actually have these. I try and do a small end to a small end. When I get to a big end, you have to cut it off a little bit and make it a smaller piece, or else you're going to get a lump in your rope, and that's not real good if you're trying to use it for a bow drill. So you want to try and keep it all the same thickness the whole way through, and we'll just keep cording this. What I'll do is I'll cord this now until I get about 5 foot, and then I'll be back with you to show you how we finish it off. Alright, now we have got about 5 foot, actually we've got about 6 foot of cordage here, and I'm just finishing this up. As you can see, this wrap is nice and tight through the entire cordage. I'm just going to throw an overhand knot in the end of this, and that will keep it from unraveling on me. You can leave it unraveled. It probably won't unravel more than a couple strands anyway, because the method of the reverse wrap keeps these strands tight against each other. Where I joined in, I actually have to take off these little pieces so that they're not sticking out and destroy my cordage. So I'm just going to cut them off, and we'll be right back with you. Now we've got our 5 foot of cordage. I can get away with about 2.5, 3 foot. So what I'm going to do, because this is probably a little weak the way it is I'm actually going to measure the centerpiece, and I'm going to begin to twine again. But what I'm going to do this time, I can either do it right-handed and do the same thing, or I can just do it upside down, and that'll make a thicker cordage. So I'm going to do it upside down. I'm going to bring a twist the other way, and to do that, what I'm doing is twisting this hand. Pull these tight, and then twist, pull tight, twist over, pull tight, twist over, pull tight, twist over. Just the exact same way, but the opposite direction that you were going before. Alright, well here we have, now this is doubled reverse wrapped cordage, and we've got about 2.5 foot here, so that should be enough to go ahead and do on the bow drill if we need to use it. If we don't, that's okay. We can use this for other projects. Cattail cordage, as I said, is pretty good. It's weaker than other cordages. And what I want to do right now is to show you a way that you can take, if you have 2 men, and make cordage a lot faster than with the reverse wrap. Since we started this, it's cleared up a little bit, and the clouds have moved away a bit, and the rain has stopped. That's a good thing. What I want to do is to real quickly show you. Now we have a piece of milkweed here that we also gathered, and I've just put a couple twists in this, but I want to show you how to do 2-man cordage. I bought my son Dewin to help me out. If you have 2 men in the bush, this makes expedient cordage much easier and a lot faster to do. What we'll do is Dew will take one end and I will take the other end of the cordage, and what we're going to do is just to begin to turn that cordage. We turn it in the same direction, and then I'm going to simply begin to twist up here at the same time, and you'll see that this cordage wraps up real fast this way. You just keep those turns the same way and keep them tight, and that's a good way to make this cordage a lot faster with 2 people out in the bush. When you're finished, you just go ahead, tie your knot in the end of the cordage, and you've got it done. You can see that cordage is just as good as the other cordage that we had. This is the milkweed that we had gathered, so we wanted to go ahead and show you that milkweed too. And this is a lot stronger. I couldn't break this cordage. I couldn't break that if I tried. Well, in about 30 seconds we made 6 inches of cordage, so you can see that that's a lot faster technique than if you were to simply try and do that by yourself. You can probably do 4 times as much cordage in the same time that you would do as if you were just reverse wrapping. A good technique to know if you have 2 people available. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this cordage video, how to make it without anything in your hands, how to have some cordage out there. Cordage is very important. If I could only take two things in the bush, my knife and my cordage would be very, very high on my priorities. I can make just about everything else, but these two things are hard to make and very time consuming. This is David Wendell with Bushcraft on Fire. Join us again for another video, and until then, have a great day.